everyone, welcome to another Power Talk with Archana. I have with me Madam Anu Malhotra, the Director, Industries and Commerce for Jammu and Kashmir. A lawyer by qualification, Ms. Anu Malhotra has 19 years of experience in State Taxes Department, as she has held important portfolios like Sales Tax Commissioner and an Excise Commissioner. Madam also serves as the core team member GST implementations in this Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Let's talk about business opportunities in Jammu and Kashmir and the newly constituted central policies for the Union Territory. Ma'am, a very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thanks, Ashna. Thank you so
much.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. We are very happy and delighted and honored to have you on our show, ma'am. We have all have our eyes on Jammu and Kashmir, especially after the business opportunities that are thriving there today. And with the new central policies that has come up, we would like to know from you what all businesses and industries are expected to come to the Union Territory.
So first, before industries, why are industries coming here? I would like to tell you the strengths we have. So all these strengths are now backed up by the NCSS, that is the new central sector scheme, which has come into being. It's a very good scheme, and it is backing our strengths like that we are first in the production of apple, walnuts, and almonds in India, as you know. We are second in the production of wool in India. We have 3 kinds of agroclimatic zones. We are first in the production of saffron also, airports and good connectivity we have. We have good highways. And then, you know that we have 66% of our population, which is in the working age group, that is 15 to 59 years. Apart from this, Archana, we have a very vibrant tourism ecosystem also. And of course, all these things are now backed by very investor-friendly policies which have come up. Even the state policies are have also been issued now, along with the guidelines. So I would like to tell you a few things that we have very cheap land bank here, industrial land bank. And also we have the lowest industrial power tariff here in J&K. So shortly I'll be discussing about the various incentives which we are offering. Like we have the Government of India, which has announced its policy which will be applicable from which is applicable now from 1st April 2021. Now they are giving capital investment incentive. The new units and also the units which are old but they're undergoing expansion. So substantial expansion they should undergo, and they will get the subsidy. And I would like to tell you that the growth is being targeted at the block level also. So we have divided the whole state, the whole UT into 2 zones. One is zone A and one is zone B. So zone B is an industrially forward area, and zone B is the industrially backward area, having hilly terrains, mountainous terrains. So we are offering better benefits for zone B. So what we are offering in zone A is the 30% of capital subsidy on the investment in plant and machinery. And one more thing I would like to tell you is that we are also targeting service sectors here, because maybe in hilly terrains manufacturing is not possible, but food processing kind of industry and tourism oriented industries, they'll hopefully flourish there. Wellness centers can come up in areas like Bhadarwah and in Kashmir also. So many beautiful places we have there. So we are offering in zone A 30% benefit, and in zone B we are offering 50% benefit. And the capping in case of zone A is 5 crores on the plant and machinery, and in case of zone B is 7.5 crores. So here lies the difference. So that's why I'm telling you that we are trying to bring the backward zones also. Then another incentive which is applicable and available now to the industries which will be set up here is a capital interest subvention, which is again available to the new units and the existing units which are undergoing substantial expansion. So any person who is investing 500 crores, more than 500 crores, if it is 600 crores, they'll not be getting the benefit on the additional 100, but till 500 crore investment, you will be getting the capital interest subvention. So it's also a very good incentive. You'll be getting 6% per annum for a maximum period of 7 years and 7 consecutive years.
Wow.
Another very good incentive, which is production linked incentive, so that we also need to see that people don't just come up for the sake of benefits. So we have thought of a very good incentive, production linked incentive, which is the GST linked incentive, which means
Wow.
once you produce goods, you will be paying GST and then only you will be getting that benefit. So this is called
Yeah.
a production linked. So this incentive is available only to the new units.
Okay.
And it is a very attractive incentive because you'll be getting 300% of GST. You'll be getting it back, the gross
Wow.
GST on the amount you have invested in plant and machinery. So this incentive will be available in 10 years. 1/10 each year. For example, I tell you, if you are investing 50 crores, then 50 into 3, 150 crores of GST linked incentive on the gross GST you'll be getting in the period of 10 years, spread over 1/10 each year. So, of course, the government of India has not overlooked the existing industry.
Yeah.
Existing industry is also getting a good incentive, which is in the form of working capital interest subvention. So this is available for to the extent of 5% for a period of 5 years. And the maximum benefit you can get out of it is 1 crore in all the 5 years.
Okay.
So, but existing industry is also being catered by the by way of incentives which are provided by the J&K industrial schemes, which have now come up. So the existing industries are going to get 2 to 3% of turnover incentive also now. And they'll be getting incentive on pollution control devices, the DG sets they put in. So overall, it's a very good scheme.
Yeah.
So you were talking about what all business industries they are expected to come. So we expect very good business houses to come here. I have been meeting people who really want to invest more than even 500 crores.
Wow.
At least 5-7 big houses have come here and approached us,
Wow.
even more than that. And I would like to tell you that 650 intents we have got in the form of MOUs, which are being sent to us by various people, even the local and from the outside. So people are interested to invest in horticulture, post-harvest management, then agro and food processing, even in case of manufacturing, the steel industries like optical fiber kind of things they want to come up with. Then in IT and ITS they are interested. Manufacturing in manufacturing field they want to come up with wool kind of thing, processing of wool and all. Ayush industries are interested to come here.
Wow.
So these are the kind of MOUs we have got into.
Wow, I think this is really amazing, ma'am. I think Jammu and Kashmir is really going to be one land of opportunities for everyone, and we can really look forward to good revenue generation there, other than tourism that has always been in the forefront. It's such a great news to know, ma'am. Ma'am, I would also like to know, how is government planning to support women entrepreneurs?
Women entrepreneurs, they are open to the investment here. So I'm a woman sitting here, so I'll be here to help them out. That's the best thing I can tell you.
Yeah.
Other than that, we have a PMEGP scheme, which gives special interest in subvention to women. The whole policy, of course, it is not women oriented, we can say, but of course, women can come in, whatever they are investing, they'll be getting back in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
This is a very good opportunity for all kind of entrepreneurs, and special hand holding will be given to the women in case they require. We in DIC even help in preparing BPRs for the people. So we also collaborate with banks for getting loans to the fresh and the young entrepreneurs.
Wow, I hope this becomes a land of opportunities for women as well as for men. That's absolutely great news, ma'am. What is your message to the young entrepreneurs out there?
My message to the young entrepreneurs is that government has come up with such a beautiful scheme. 28,400 crore is the kind of benefit which all the people would get in a period of 10 years until 2037. So they can just pull up their socks, they can come forward, they can understand the scheme of incentives from us. It is available on our websites also. We can even tell them that in what fields they can invest. As I told you that we are producers of apples, walnuts, so they can come up in a big way with the food processing kind of thing. And wool, we are exporting. We don't have any processing units for wool here, so they can come think about setting up processing unit of wool here. So many things they can do, and even in IT and ITS, like all young people are almost everybody is interested in IT things. So they can come up with such ideas and set up their units here. Would wish they would come here and invest here. And I'll reiterate the Honorable PM's clarion call for increased entrepreneurship and investments. I would request the young entrepreneurs to not get troubled by negativity and rather full advantage of the initiatives such as the new central sector scheme of 2021. So we in Jammu Kashmir, we are blessed with immense human resource capability also and natural resource advantage. So new ventures are always fraught with challenges, but your ideas should have the strength and the resolve and dedication to overcome any challenges, and we are there to help you out.
Great, absolutely great, ma'am. I heard from you that there are many investors who would want to invest in the Union Territory today. Are there any big names that have already approached you?
Yeah, I can name a few like JSW,
Wow.
like Shree Cement, and pharma. Many of the pharma companies are interested. All the units which were established in Baddi, they want to set up their new units here also. Cadila is there, MCure is there. So people are coming in a big way. Yeah.
So, ma'am, I would like to also ask you about, the skill development, because we know skill development is a very important area. Everybody needs to develop, upgrade themselves, and skill development definitely takes a forefront. So, how do you think coming off, these industries would help in skill development of the people living there and also in the employment generation? What are your thoughts there, ma'am?
Yeah, Ashna, the scheme which is now in vogue and the kind of fillip it is going to give to the industrial sector, it would be about bringing about a radical transformation in the existing industrial ecosystem of J&K, with a special emphasis on the job creation, skill development, and sustainable development by attracting new investments and also nurturing the existing ones. So it will enable J&K and the people here to compete notionally with other leading industrially developed states and the UTs of the country. The proposed scheme, I would like to tell you, it is likely to give direct and indirect employment to the extent of 4.5 lakh people. Additionally, due to the working capital interest subvention, the scheme is likely to give indirect support to about 35,000 persons also. The scheme will also provide a major support to local industry besides creating new business avenues, with a focus on substantial expansion of existing units combined with the increased quantum of new investments. This scheme, NCSS, will lead to a surge in investment fuel technology transformation of the industrial landscape of J&K, which will lead to increased demand for skill upgradation and diversification. So, already for the skill development in this Polytechnic Jammu, Tata has come up with a very good skill institute here.
Wow.
The main purpose of the scheme, it is now to generate employment on government jobs also, because here all the youth, almost the youth was dependent on the government jobs. In both the sectors, manufacturing as well as service sector. So IT and IT will be given a major boost. So this would directly lead to socio-economic development of this region and the youth of this place.
Absolutely, ma'am. We all are looking forward to it. And I'm sure more and more entrepreneurs and big industrialists would try and camp at Jammu and Kashmir and make it a place not only known for its tourism, but also for its industrial growth. Thank you so much for your precious time, ma'am. We are really, really very hopeful, and we wish you all the best and hope you achieve all the milestones you have set for the Union Territory to grow. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ashna.
Thank you, ma'am.